Hi guys, and welcome to another video. This is like an update of the SatellarKnights. Excuse me, I'm like dying today, so my voice is gone. This is my update of SatellarKnights. I have picked up quite a lot of the cards I needed from people. Still one didn't, unfortunately, but anyway, I'll get right into this. So the main deck first. Run 1, SatellarKnight Deneb. Although I only have one still works for me. I'd like to run 2 and 3, but 1 is still quite consistent. Because I have got like ways of getting it out. Next up is 2 SatellarKnight Vega. And when I should have said Deneb is when it's summoned, you can add a SatellarKnight monster from your deck to your hand, basically Stratos. And SatellarKnight Vega is when it's summoned, you can special summon a SatellarKnight monster from your hand, except herself. So this is still quite good. Then there is the 3 SatellarKnight Altair. When this is summoned, you can special summon a SatellarKnight monster from your graveyard in face-up defense position, except for itself. Although it has got a sort of downside, and it's only SatellarKnight monsters can attack the turn you activate this effect. But that's alright. Next card is 3 SatellarKnight Unikali, and this is basically the Foolish Burial of the deck. I would consider running 2, then 1 Foolish, but 3 works for now. It gives you more targets to search for in the deck, and what it does is when it's summoned, you can send a SatellarKnight card from your deck to the graveyard, so you can send like the spell and traps. Don't know why you'd want to do that, but yeah. Then for the final SatellarKnight monster, I run 2 SatellarKnight Alsum, and this is when it's summoned, any method of summoning, you can burn your opponent for 1000 damage. So this is quite a good card actually. And if you go turn 1, if you get like Unikali, send this to the graveyard, or your Deneb, you can get a free search or a free burn on your opponent. So that's all the SatellarKnight monsters I have right now. For the other monsters, run 1 Photon Thrasher, 1 Honest, since everything is basically light, except 2 Summoner Monk. But Summoner Monk's good for turn 1, discard like a random pot of duality or something you don't need, and then you get out your Alsum and you can burn your opponent turn 1 for 1000. Then the final monster is BLS, because you sort of have to, you run Darks, and then Darks in the extra and Darks in the side, so you have to get ways of bringing this out. So that's the monsters done. Next up for spells is Dark Hole, MST, Double Duality, Double Rota, except it's Warrior, Double Soul Charge, and then 1 Skybridge. Skybridge allows you to like plus so much. You summon out a Deneb, or no, summon out an Unikali, activate this. Unikali's effect, you can still get that effect. Send Deneb to the graveyard. Then with this effect, special summon an Altair from your deck. Special summon back that Deneb, and Deneb get a free search. So that's all the spells done. So next up are the traps, and run 2 Satellarnova Alpha. This is basically your Solemn of the deck. When a spell trap card or a monster effect is activated, you can send a SatellarKnight monster you control, face up SatellarKnight monster you control to the graveyard to negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. And if you do destroy it, you can draw 1 card. So, not too bad, a card. Win-win, although you sort of go minus with the monster, but you can get it back with other ways. Next up is 3 Call of the Haunted, one way of getting the monster back. This is purely for all the SatellarKnight monsters, because whenever they're summoned, whether it be normal, flip or special, you can get their effect off. So in the end phase, flip this up, get an Altair, get a Deneb or get an Alsum, burn for 1000, then you can Xyz, and if you already have another Altair in your hand, you can maybe get like a second effect off during like your next turn. So it helps with like multiple effects and getting around like the once per turn effect. Next up is 2 Breaks for Skill and 1 Furious Chain. I prefer the 2 breakthrough and 1 fiendish rather than the 2 fiendish 1 breakthrough I was running last week at locals. Mainly because with breakthrough skill you sort of get 4 effect negations. Whereas with fiendish chain you get an effect negation and then you get to stop an attack. That's it. But I like this more because like your opponent, if your opponent MSTs this, you can chain it and you know the monster's effect's negated. But they can chain MST to this, and the monster still gets effect because, well, this is a continuous. It's going to spin the field. Then for the final, like 1 off traps, one Phoenix Wing, 1 Deprison, 1 Compulse, Bottomless, and then Solemn. That's it for the main deck. Now on to the extra. So, extra deck. Run 1 SatellarKnight Deltaros. I'm only running 1 right now. I would run 2, but my wallet doesn't want me to run 2. I think I would run 2 Deltaros and then 1 of the other one that's coming out in the next Challenger. Because like it sort of works that well that way. If you don't know what this is, it needs 3 level 4 monsters to exceed summon into it. And what you can do is detach an exceed material once per turn, and you can target and destroy a card in the field. Then, if this card has exceed material, when you normal or special summon a SatellarKnight monster, your opponent cannot activate anything in response to that summon. So that's a plus. And then, for the third effect, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a SatellarKnight monster from your deck and summon it to the field. It's really good for getting off like 3 pluses. Then we've got 1 Excalibur, 1 Blade Armor, 1 Maestroke, 1 Constellar Omega, number 102. This card is actually quite good. When we do the TCG finally get the Star Seraph chair thing, I'll consider running the Satella Seraph build. And this card is actually quite good, where it's like once per turn you can detach an exceed material, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, and have its attack, and then this negates effects. And if this card will be destroyed, you can detach all these materials from it. So it's quite a good card. Well, I say good. It's 3 level 4 light monsters, so it's okay. Then we've got 1 101, 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Diguster Emerald, because we cycle through a lot of monsters, 150, 1 Pappy, 158. This card is actually really good, especially paired up with the Blade Armor Ninja, whatever that is there. And what it does, like this card, you can attach it to an Xyz monster you control, a face-up Xyz monster, and that monster can attack your opponent directly. Then, when it inflicts damage to your opponent, you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard and inflict 500 points of damage. And also that pairs up well with number 80. So although it has a banishing effect, you can attach a Burner Visor and Rhapsody, both to Blade Armor Ninja, and basically it goes up to 3400 with the Berserk. Then it can attack your opponent directly, plus it can attack twice due to its own effect. So you can attack directly for like basically game. If you have 2 cards in your hand, you can attack for 34. Send a card from your hand to the graveyard, the 3900 basically, then 39 again. So basically you can take them up to 7800 points of damage. And if that's late game, that may be enough to kill your opponent. You know. Then final 2 is Diamond Dyer and Gem Knight Peril. So guys, I'll show you the side deck I have. This side deck is purely built for my locals, really, to tackle what I face there. I face like Lightsworn, YuGiOh. There's 1 Shadow player, and then there's like 1 other SatellarKnight player. There's Black Wings and stuff. So yeah, run 3 DD Crow. You know, because DD Crow is good for Lightsworns. Sort of good for YuGiOh as well when they summon at the MK2. you know, just banish their target. It's like, meh, no, I don't want you to get a 3+ and then leave 1,000. Leave them onto like 1,000 points on the field. Or even summon it to Mark 1 and tribute for another target, banish it, leave their field open. Then this isn't really for like conquering anything, but this is like the 3 Upstart Goblin. I like Upstart Goblin, and I'd like to have the opportunity to side these in if I really want to. Like, if I feel the need to side them in, maybe because I'm feeling it's not consistent enough, I also want to maybe drop an Alsham, which I usually want to drop 1 Alsham. I'll put in one of these so I get another free draw. And then, like I said earlier on, Foolish Burial, I would drop in a Nucali for a Foolish Burial so I don't have to have that 1 summon. It maybe makes turn 1 a bit easier when I can go vague. I can Foolish Burial, Deneb, get a and like summon a Vega, then an Altair, then a Deneb, get a Deneb Altair, then it sees into Deltros like 1 turn. So like that. Then we've got 1 Noble Mana Crossout because YuGiOh still exists there. 1 Mind Control because every deck basically runs level 4s. Like the Black Wings, Light Swarms, the YuGiOh. It's all like level 4 oriented. I like it that way. Book 'em in because Book 'em in's good. Skill Drain and Mind Drain. Skill Drain for when I'm basically losing and then I'm against like Light Swarms. I just flip this up and they go, yeah, well, shit. Then the Mind Drain's in there for the Blackwing player. It's there, and also there's like 1 Boojum player, but he's not been there recently. So basically this can stop Crane and stuff, just like flip it up like, no, I don't want you to have your Clue or Crane. If I see them add it somehow, I'll just instantly flip this up. And yeah. Then I've got 1 Rivalry of the Warlords, 1 Gozen Match. These go like hand in hand. Because, you know, they're good. Like Rivalry of the Warlord works with Light Sworns really well because they have beasts and spellcasters and warriors. So yeah, and I don't want them having their free mills. And finally, got 1 Void Trap Hole for the Judgment Dragon, pretty much. What that's in there for is for Judgment Dragon and Blackwing Armmaster, and like the Boojum Susan Owl, or however you say it. And yeah, or the Geargun X, I like that. But yeah, that's my side deck. So guys, I'll show you like a little combo here. Basically, turn 1, if you open up Unikali, you would summon it, dump your Deneb, or even an Alsum to the graveyard, whatever one you want, and then even if this card dies during your bonus turn, you can still normal summon your Vega, special summon your Altair. Altair can special summon out your Alsham or your Deneb, and then your Deneb, if you summon out Deneb, you could add maybe another Unikali or even an Alsum to your hand, and if Alsum summons you can inflict 1,000 damage. Then you can just overlay into a Deltros and start your shenanigans with detaching and popping stuff in a time of 25. And then the next next little combo thing is just basically a burn combo. You summon your Summoner Monk, push to defense, discard Pot of Duality or a spell card, summon out your Alsham. Alsham will get its effect to inflict 1,000 damage. Overlay for a guy, a cowboy, and you know, detach your Alsham in case you top deck an Altair, so you can get another 1,000. Then inflict 800 damage. You know, simple wee burn damage. So guys, hope you enjoyed this deck profile. My voice sort of went, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!